Good morning, everybody. My name is Gabby. We are here with Morty. We are wrapping up week 1 of puppy school here at Best Ball Forward with Morty. He is a 6-month-old German Shepherd. So we're going to go through a little bit of what we have been working on with him this week. So one thing is when he does get frustrated, he does tend to grab that leash. So we're going to walk him away. If he continues to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to drop that leash and we are going to turn away from him because we don't want him to get that attention. If need be, we can take that leash off too so that he's not able to rehearse that behavior and practice that leash biting. We're going to take that leash away and we're going to turn away from him and we're not going to pay attention to him for a second because we don't want him practicing that behavior, that bad behavior of leash biting and thinking that that's going to get him what he wants. Good. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to refocus him a little bit. So all we're going to do is we're going to toss a couple of treats. When he looks at us, we're going to say yes, and we're just going to toss a treat. Very nice. Good. So a way to get him refocused back on us. Perfect. And now he's able to go into that sit. So it just takes a little bit of time to get him refocused. We don't want to get frustrated because if we start to get frustrated, what tends to happen is our dog will start to get frustrated too, or even more frustrated. We want to make sure we're having successful sessions. So it's very important that you're staying calm during these sessions. And if you start to get frustrated, put him away for a little bit, give him a little bit of a break, and then you can come back to it later. So he's able to sit on a verbal the majority of the time. If it is high distraction, we might have to use that hand signal a little bit.
Morty.
He's a little distracted by a smell right now.
Morty. Let's go. Let's go.
So we're gonna bring him back.
Sit. Yes.
We're gonna work a little on sits. Very nice. Good.
Down.
And a little bit on downs.
Yes.
He's able to go into that down with that verbal and that hand signal. Another thing I want to mention with him, because he is a very anxious dog, we have learned that he has been a little bit scared of certain items. So we do have in the corner over there, you can see that vacuum cleaner, and we're just kind of having that visible. When we took that out yesterday, he got very scared and he ran in the opposite direction. So we just have that out and we're just working him while we have that out and far in a distance, okay? It's kind of giving him a little bit of exposure to that item without it being too scary. Very nice. So he's able to do some sits, some downs. We also worked on place a little bit this week. Place is a great behavior for dogs to learn. It gives them a spot to settle and hang out. You can also kind of turn it into a little bit of a routine. So putting him on that one blue place, we can then put him on the green place, back and forth, and kind of get him into a solid routine of this is what we do before we start working and start training, to kind of get him in that mindset to train. And a lot of times that does tend to help a lot with dogs like German Shepherds, just having that routine that gets them in that zone. Very nice. Good.
Get it.
And again, keeping it a little fun because he is still a puppy. He is only a baby. He's 6 months old. Very nice recall. Good job, bud. Good. Very nice. Another thing I want to mention with puppies, we want to keep sessions short because we want to make sure they're getting the most success possible. We don't want them to start getting frustrated and having trouble. So we want to keep sessions short, but very important to work on some of these basics, the attention, making sure he's able to check in with us. What Victoria did in the beginning there, just waiting for that eye contact on us, marking with the word yes, and then tossing him reinforcement. So tossing him that treat. So there he's checking out that vacuum. Good boy, very nice. We're gonna give him that verbal praise, toss that treat because that's great. He went up to it as opposed to yesterday when he was running away from it. So that's great. Just having that item out and around while we're working with him has actually helped him a lot with getting a little bit more comfortable with it. Good job. Very nice. So making sure that we have solid foundation of him listening to us on basics, very important to do when you get him home as well. So work with him in your house on attention. Work with him with sits and downs and making sure he's able to focus in an environment that maybe isn't as distracting as being outside, and then working our way up to the point of working with him outside and being able to get that attention on us still. Very nice. He's doing very well. Much better. He's calmed down a bit. Nice. Very good. Able to go into that sit on that verbal that time. Told him, let's go.
Morty.
Very nice. Responsive to his name now. Checking in with Victoria. Actually walking by her side, even without that leash on now. Okay? So this is exactly what you want to work on at home. A little bit of attention, a little bit of basics. Just making sure our dog's able to focus on us in an environment that is not as distracting so that we can gradually work our way up to the point of being able to work in environments that are more distracting and work on things that are a little bit more challenging, okay? But it's very, very important to work on the basics as well. Good boy, he's actually recalling very well. There he went to jump up, so we're not gonna reward that. We're gonna have him go into that sit, that down. Good, and then we'll give him that reinforcement because we don't wanna reinforce that jumping up. But he's doing an excellent job. You guys have any questions on this? Let us know. This is week 1 for him. We look forward to working with him over the next couple of weeks.